So today is a big day for us. We are outside the bank right now. We're going to make our last mortgage payment, so paying off the mortgage.
Woo!
Going to be debt-free. It's pretty exciting. So the reason that we're actually at the bank rather than mailing in a payment is we're going to go in and get the exact payoff amount because this will change day to day based on your interest. So I would recommend if you do go to a bank at a local bank, I would just go in, make it simple. They'll give you your next steps after you pay it off. However, if you are on an online bank, they should have an area that you can request a payoff amount and put in a date that you're going to make the last payment, and they will calculate that for you.
So, one thing why both of us are here, especially if your loan was, say, originated with both parties' names on it, it's always good to have both those people for that signing authority and make sure everything gets closed on your guarantee letter and all those other mortgage promise notes that may come up during that process. Every bank's a little bit different, but rather than you going in there and trying to make a payment to find out you need your significant other or other person listed, maybe a co-signer on that loan, to show up and sign off on it too. So.
And if you are in question of that, you can always call your bank and find out. But right now we're going to go in and make our last payment, and then we'll come back out for a few more tips on what we have to do after you make that last payment. Thanks.
Woo! It's done!
We made it out of the bank. We officially own our house outright now. There's a few questions that you want to make sure you ask while you're in the bank. One is if you have property taxes or an escrow that pays your home insurance and property taxes, make sure to find out whether or not that's paying your taxes for the year or if that went to your payoff amount. Because if it went to your payoff amount, like ours did, you will be liable for your upcoming tax payment. So we do 2 installments of tax payments, one every 6 months. So they covered our first one this year, but we will be responsible for the second one since that escrow went to our payoff. That also includes your home insurance. Depending on when your home insurance is paid for, your escrow probably was paying for that. So make sure if it didn't get paid for yet in the year that you are covering that so that your insurance doesn't lapse.
Another note on home insurance is to make sure you notify them that you own the home outright. A lot of times the insurance broker will also have the mortgage company listed on your policy, and should you have a claim, will require you to work through this bank that no longer holds your mortgage. So can create kind of a paperwork issue there. They're not going to want to do that because they're not required to anymore. So make sure you notify them so that that insurance claim is handled strictly through you.
And then
the most important document to get out of this transaction.
Thank you. Yes. So they will mail us our deed in about 2 weeks, and you want to make sure you have that because that is your proof that you own your house and is your proof that you do not owe anyone anything. So that's something you'll want to keep track of going forward to make sure you get that in the next couple of weeks, or you will have to follow up with the bank to make sure you get that. Another question to ask while you are at the bank is to find out, is the bank notifying your county recorder, or do you have to do that once you get the deed? Because, again, you want to let basically all entities know that it is now your house. The bank is no part of it.
And this would just be, for instance, let's say you did forget to pay your taxes, or there was an issue with a special assessment or something that the county or city level was going to be working through. They're not contacting your bank trying to get a hold of you. They'll just come to you. And that's, just those different layers. Each mortgage is a little bit different on who's all listed for the primary contact. A lot of banks try and keep all that stuff in-house so that you as the homeowner, you just write a check every month for the mortgage. But now that entity is no longer involved, that bank, all of those little notifications and side things need to be transferred to the new homeowner or the free deed, which is ours. So.
Right. So hopefully that helps you if you are contemplating paying off your house. We'll probably do a video in the future of why we decided to pay off our house early. But even if you aren't paying it off early, you probably will eventually need to pay off your house. So hopefully that helps, and don't forget to watch for that deed in the mail. Thank you for joining us, and if you haven't already, be sure to hit the subscribe button.
Thanks.